everybody. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about, since the community post that I made about if you guys wanted me to talk about this one girl or my friends, you guys chose, and so that's how this video is here. Now, before starting the video, let me give a quick disclaimer. So all of the names that I'm going to be mentioning are made up. None of the names of the actual people involved are mentioned. So if you hear a name, that name is not true and it's not of the actual person. There's plenty of reasons why I'm doing this. So just telling you guys and other stuff. But anyways, let's start with the video. So I want to talk about these two girls that pretty much aren't the best friends, and I actually stopped being friends with them. I'm not going to say recently, but like in a few months. Well, like a few months ago, I stopped being friends with them. Anyways, so I'm just going to be sharing some stories of how these girls were. They're not extremely bad stories, but they're genuinely not good stories to have in a friendship. But anyways, let's start with the first one. This is the first one that I remember. It was in 2nd grade. It's kind of like the latest one, so I'm just going to mention this one. So basically, we had this thing where we did this first dance, I remember. And it was for it was like 3 tables, and each table there were different activities. So yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't put up a script. So in each table we did something. And in table 2, when my team went to table 2, because they were like in teams, and I got the same team with Jade and my other friend that I'll call my BFF. Anyways, so the actual hiccup happened in table 2. Basically, I was just vibing there, and I saw a chair open for me next to my BFF, and I was like, great, a table, let me sit here. So I sat down, and then Jade came up and said, "Hey, that's my table." Huh? But you weren't sitting here. But I just got up to tell the teacher something. But you weren't sitting here though. And we got into an argument about, how I wanted it because, I got it, and how she should get it because she was there. And I actually don't know if she actually was there or she was just saying that because she wanted to sit next to my BFF. But anyway, so my BFF, trying to calm things down, just told me, "Hey, just let her have that seat. I'm gonna sit next to you in the next table." Which is honestly a reasonable thing to do. So I said yes. So I got up and let her have the seat. Now in table 3, we were sitting together like she promised me, and as we were sitting there, I glanced up and saw that Jade was looking at me with, dare I say, very mean eyes, and I was absolutely confused why she was mad at me. I mean, I could guess, but why she was staring at me like that. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna keep doing my stuff. And I saw that nobody was really noticing, and I was like, God, this is awkward. So I was just staring at her pretty much. But anyways, so after that incident, that incident was like not that bad, but it was weird. Like to, have a person be like, just stare at you into your soul after an argument. I didn't really know if she was mad. And I remember that then in third grade, I asked her why she was mad. And she just told me I was mad because, and she never told me because then the recess ended. Anyways. So the second incident is a bit more, let's say, spicy, I guess. But it has to deal more with the other girl. So by this time, I was friends with Jade and Maya. We were both good friends. We were all good friends, but I always saw a preference for Jade. So by that time, I have been telling myself, hey, maybe they're not the best people ever, huh? So that's when I just started to develop this insecurity and started to tell Maya that I felt like uncomfortable and that I wanted to, like giving her signs that I was uncomfortable. And for her, those signs meant that I wanted them apart, that I was being an asshole. So then, this one day in third grade, they came up. I saw that Maya was not wanting to talk to me anymore, and she looked annoyed by my presence. And I was like, why is she mad? Did I do something wrong? So and then I asked Jade, and she told me, I'm gonna tell you at lunch why she's mad. And I'm like, can you tell me now? And she's like, no, at lunch. Now, after I tell you this story, I'm gonna start talking about how actually weird and like why I thought all of these thoughts that they were mean to me. So basically, what happened was when we came to lunch, I asked her and she was like, so basically, in third grade, you know how we were like friends with your BFF? And I was like, yeah, what about it? And then she told me that you told her that, you wanted her to stop being like as close because I was being not a good person. Now, a little bit of context. So, at that time, I'm not saying that I'm a person that can do no wrong. So, I'm not exactly sure if I was jealous or not, but oh boy. I was not happy with Jade being in our friend group because I felt like the attention was going more to her than me. So I decided to tell her, and when I told her, it genuinely sounded like I was being an asshole, bro. So I basically told her that Jade was being manipulative and blah blah blah. I don't know if it was just my jealousy or what it was, but God. And I was just being like that. And I told her like that she was being manipulative. Now that I look back at it, I was probably just stupid and dumb and couldn't express how I actually felt, which wasn't like manipulative. It was more just some stupid jealousy. Now that I think back on it, I was just stupid as a second grader. And when they told me that, I genuinely didn't have a comeback, brother. I wanted to defend myself, but I knew that was true. And then Maya said, and you always want us like apart. You said this thing about, being like not friends anymore. Well, not friends anymore, like to like look for more people because we're always too attached to each other, and you always want us apart. You're so selfish. You just want us apart, don't you? Now in that moment, the tears were already welling up inside me. I'm a person that normally doesn't tear up in front of people, which I didn't tear up in front of these girls, but God, did this hurt. So I was just looking at them as they were saying that, and then they said, "We're gonna stop being friends with you. We want to look better for us, you know." And I did give a fight for it, but at the end they did say that, and I was like, sure. I didn't fight for it because I had already fought for it, but that was fine. And so that's when we stopped being friends, and then I met Raindrop. Nah, just kidding. It didn't go butterflies and sunshines. It actually went downhill. So after that, we had recess, and I was just chilling in the monkey bars. And we had this thing in between, like, the three of us to do, like, monkey bar tournaments, if that's a thing. So, yeah. And so they told me that I had to do the monkey bar tournament, and then I said blah, 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 and then they said, you know what, let's be friends again. And that's how we continued being friends. Now, I don't really need to tell you and explain to you that these people aren't the best. Especially with hearing all the stories. And also I have another story that I would also want to share with you, but I genuinely have no time. So if you want a part 2, ask me in the comments. But the video's not over yet. Let me continue talking to you. So you can just imagine how these people were. Now, I don't know what's going on through their heads, but I feel like they're genuinely bad. Especially knowing that they had always, like, been weird around me. Especially because for her, I had to always yell at them because they were yapping to each other. And it just feels weird. I really don't want to go in depth with it in this video. So I can make another one and go in depth because right now I'm not in the mood. But if you guys would want me to make another video, then of course. I mean, if I can. Anyways, so that's all I pretty much wanted to share. This was just for awareness of the people that are out there. Not everybody is your friend. Not everybody is gonna like you. And that's okay. I know that this video was kind of short, but I just wanted to put out there some awareness about some people. Even though I exactly don't know if these girls were actually trying to be mean to me. Your mental health and happiness should come first than other people. It took me a while to realize that, but now I'm finally stopped being friends with them. And the reason how my eyes got opened is by being friends with Raindrop, which you know her. I hope you do, because if you don't, it's going to be kind of awkward. But you know her. She changed her name like a billion times, goddamn. Yeah. So, and not just meeting Raindrop, also many other friends like my guy friend and this other girl that we'll just call her nickname, Elvie. And they were really supportive, and that's when I realized I deserved better. So I stopped being friends with the other people. This is an awareness for you, to be open-minded about what people can be. Because even though it took me a while, I'm trying to help new people here. So it doesn't take you, like me, a while. So I genuinely hope this video may help someone. I know not everybody is going through a hard time right now, but if you have a friend that you're genuinely thinking that is not the best for you, ask them first, and if they deny it and be mean to you for even thinking about that, then maybe it's time to stop being friends. So, this is a reminder to you. Well, thank you very much for watching this video and hanging around here. I've been looking for my dog everywhere, and he's dying. Where's my dog? Okay, so anyways, bye guys. I hope you guys have a nice time, and stay healthy and good. Bye!